Dad Lounge is a member of the Lounge Media Group. My, oh my, has it been a while? Welcome to Dad Lounge. We have rebranded the since retired 500 section lounge and have turned it into Dad Lounge. So welcome into the inaugural running. And if you're watching the video, you can see there's only 3 of us, but yet I advertised 4. And our other guy, Matt, little Matt, and if you're watching, you understand. Little Matt is busy doing dad stuff because the wife is sick and he had to be dad for the evening. So we didn't get a chance to have him come in, but well, such is life. But I'm Sam. If you're watching, the guy in the middle is Lance, and then we have Big Matt. See the differentiating? Yeah, difference of identifications. But we have Big Matt on the right there. Welcome, guys, to the inaugural run of Dad Lounge.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. Thanks for having us. Absolutely.
Well, I'm not having you. You're part of the show, man.
You know what it was? My first entrance into the lounge was a guest, and so I just still in that mode. But man, I'm part of it. Fantastic.
Yeah. I was going to say you've got the lounge coat. Like you should have gotten that at the door as you came through. But
there you go.
But like I said, we've rebranded the lounge into Dad Lounge, and what we're kind of aiming to do is all 4 of us are dads of different types. We all have different things that involve our daddom that make us a perfect match, and good part of the 4. What do you call a 4? You call 3 a triumvirate. What's a 4?
It's a quad.
A quad of dads.
Yeah, there you quadrant. A quadrant.
I guess they quadrant. Yeah, but anyways, us 4 have a lot of different of experiences as dads and different just roles. So I personally, and if you have been on with the 500 section lounge in the past, you know that I have 5 boys. I have 1 biological, and my wife and I adopted 4 boys. So we have 5 boys. It's it's amazing. So many fart jokes and things like that come through the boys how my wife has been called bro and brah and dude so much that I wanted to get her a t-shirt that said mom, mama, mommy, bruh. And somebody actually gave her a shirt that said that on there, so saved me $15. But there are a lot of things that go on in the boy house that others may not realize. But it is another dichotomy of being an adoptive dad. Is these kids, the kids we adopted, came in with experiences that were not of my being a dad, and I say it often that I'm not trying to reprogram them, but they've got to learn a different way of dealing with dad, and so that in and of itself presents many different situations that definitely are trying at times, but also you know what, I still wouldn't trade it for the world. So it is absolutely I had a teacher in high school that she was just absolutely demanding, and I loved her as a teacher, but her saying was never put your name on subpar work. And I told my boys I would not put my name on you if I thought you were subpar. So that always is something that I try to keep for them to understand is you're still getting used to it, even though it's 8 years. We just celebrated 8 years. Is that right? 7 years. Sorry, it was 2018 when we officially adopted them. They're still learning some ins and outs of it, but they're getting used to me, I guess. But that's it's fun. It is fun to see how my wife and I interact with these guys, and how, not how much can they get away with, but like, can they get away with calling my wife bro? And she, at first, it was one of those like, no, don't. And then it just happened so much. She's bro.
She's
but
bro. I love it.
But that is my setup as a father. Lance, why don't you go ahead and share with everybody your daddom?
Okay, absolutely. Now, I will say of the four, I'm the other boy house. I've got two sons. One is 26 and one is 22, Mason and Evan. And so I'm a little bit ahead of you as far as the stage of daddom, if you will.
Except for I am a grandpa.
Well, and I'm about to enter that stage. Yeah, absolutely. So, but I can appreciate what you said about your wife, and God bless them for being the only female. We even have a male dog, Sam, and so I don't know how many times over the years I just seen my wife, my little, sweet wife at her wit's end, and just like, if I hear or experience or have to be around any more farts or poop or boogers, I'm just going to lose my mind, and so it stops us in our track. Like, we're sorry, Mom. So she's an absolute angel and a saint to put up with all the testosterone that's just, kind of seeping out of our household. But, being a father, to me, as you can all appreciate, it is just the greatest honor that I've ever had. And, you don't realize it when they're babies, but, as they get older, the responsibility and, the example that you set is just, you're responsible for essentially preparing them for not just the world, but becoming a man. And it's a very, very important and serious responsibility. So they get tired of hearing my little cliches and dad sayings. And one that they have heard countless times is, control what you can, boys. Just control what you can. All this outside noise, all these little factors that, right now in your mind seem like they're just, life-changing. If you can't control it, please just focus on what you can, and I try to help them visually also see my role. And what I've always told them is, think of me. I'm 25 years ahead of you guys in the world, and I'm walking this path, and there are landmines all over this path. And trust me, your dad has stepped in every single one of those landmines. And when I tell you, or if I give you advice, it's not to, just get on you and stay on you or be mean or whatever you might think. It's, hey, go around that landmine, boys. Go around that. Don't step in it. I'm trying to keep you from getting hurt. So yeah. And now that they're grown adults, I thought that the parenting might kind of, taper off. That's not the case. My oldest son is going to be a dad, June 1st. And so now it's just different levels of parenting. So I can't wait for the next stage.
Before we move to Big Matt, Lance, and I would think that this comes, at least on the dad side, more in a boy house. That's why I'm going to ask you, how many times have you said, I'm not here to be your friend, I'm here to be your dad?
Oh, absolutely. And countless times. I'd be a millionaire if I had just a quarter for every time. And I also had to say, you're talking about bruh. There's something about me being called dude by those two that I still don't like. Even though we're more buddies now, I'm like, I'm not dude. I'm your dad. Dad, come on. So
we go.
So, absolutely.
I'm saving you. I'm saving you a letter. You don't have to say dude. You can say dad.
Absolutely. And you know what else I've used countless times? To quote Bill Cosby, I brought you in this world, I'll take you out.
All right. So, Big Matt, have you ever said, I'm not here to be your friend, I'm here to be your dad?
I have.
Oh,
But
well,
I have
that makes me feel better at least.
Yes, I have used that line in the. I am the girl dad of the group.
Well, so's Matt.
tonight.
Both our Matts are girl dads, but of different
Yes.
types. Go ahead.
Yes, I am the girl dad here tonight.
Yes.
So I have 4 daughters.
Did you have to think about that?
No, I was trying to think. I was trying to think of what I was going to say with that, the 4-daughter piece there. No, I'm just kidding. No, I have 4 daughters. I have twins, Mandela and Stina, that are 14. I have a 10-year-old named Greta and a 7-year-old named Willa. So, so it's a different scenario than Sam and Lance had mentioned before, but I think that where they're teaching their boys how to become men and how to act, I'm coming at it from a different perspective, from the perspective I'm trying to teach them what to look for in a man and what to look for in their future husband or whoever it might be. So I'm still a role model. It's just kind of in a different way, like at a different layer. But it's still the same thing because I ironically enough, I was a coach, so they get coach dad. So I approach them the same way I did my players, weirdly enough. So it's one of those things where I'm kind of blunt and brutally honest with them, but at the same time, it's not out of a place of hate or malice or like, I don't like this. It's more of a place of out of love. Like, I don't want you to make this mistake. I'm coming here because this is what I've seen before. In my coaching and in my teaching roles, that I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I've seen these other kids make. So my expectations are super high. I mean, one, because they're my daughters, but number 2, I'm a teacher at our local school. So it's like the expectations that are placed upon them are a little bit higher, that they're expected to behave in a certain way. And I have to make sure that they at least are aware of that and know that not only am I watching them, I have about, 50, 60 other people.
You can hide nothing.
We'll talk to me on a daily basis if you don't want to behave. So, but yeah,
you can hide nothing. Yeah, I've got my wife and I are both teachers, and when we were both in the same building, you'd drive my oldest nuts that he could get away with nothing because everybody knew he was Sam and Bree's son. So if he, sneezed the wrong way, it was reported back. And I'm starting to get some feedback in my one ear. I wonder if my headphones are going out. But anyway, sorry. So if you see me kind of a little bit, you know exactly what it is. Yeah, and Matt, I won't share his whole thing because that'll give him his chance to do it when he's on the next episode. Well, hopefully the next episode. But he is also girl dad. He's got a stepdaughter and a daughter. I think she's 4. I think. So he's got girls as well. One step, one biological. So we've got, like I said, we've got a plethora of different avenues that we can tackle. And the other thing is Lance and I are gonna, soon Lance will be, but I am in the grandparent realm as well. I will tell you, Lance, it's fabulous in spoiling them and then sending them home.
There you go. I cannot wait.
Oh, shoot. And the one thing that I kind of thought about talking about today, and you know what, and little Matt would have some input as well, but you guys definitely could give some thoughts on these. The Mandela Effect. I saw this. I forget what it was, what one it was that I was watching a reel on. And I was like, man, there are so many. Are you both aware of what the Mandela Effect is?
You're going to have to enlighten me.
Yes.
Yeah. You really? You don't know what the Mandela Effect? Okay, fair enough. I mean,
I know who he was, but
and it actually starts with him, but it's
okay.
it's this effect has gone and attached his name to it. It's a phenomenon that makes us question even the most mundane memories from the past. This article says the Mandela Effect is where's the actual word for it? Here it is. A recent refinement or of false memory that typically refers to pop culture or current event references. So the first one is that, well, on here is, are you familiar with Jif peanut butter? I assume me and
Yes.
Dads, you both know.
Of course.
There is, people swear that it was Jiffy peanut butter at one point, but now it's only Jif. Like, you can't find Jiffy, but there are people that will swear that it was Jiffy when they first started. How about Looney Tunes?
Oh,
how do you spell
absolutely.
tunes on Looney Tunes?
Tunes. Tunes.
Matt, are you agreeing with that?
Is it that, or did they get like TONZ or something like that?
The original thought, and I kind of remember, I think I remember this, is Looney, TOONS, tunes. But what it is some people think, how about the Berenstain Bears? Is it Steen or Stain?
Or is it Stein?
Well, EIN or EAIN, Matt? Berenstain or Berenstain?
In my part of the country, we said Berenstain.
Right. I get that.
Yeah. Yes.
But I can remember.
So
I can remember him as Berenstain.
Really?
The one that I always come back to is back when we were growing up. Do you remember Fruit of the Loom? Yeah?
Of course.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
Tiny
many how many of us here remember the cornucopia of that sat with the fruit in front of it?
Yeah.
The what?
The cornucopia, the little wicker thing that looks like a horn.
It's almost Thanksgiving. We'll get to see it again here.
Yeah, we'll see a lot of Thanksgiving, the cornucopia.
Yeah, with fruit at the end of it.
Yeah, but you remember? Do you remember the Fruit of the Loom logo with the fruit and then the cornucopia coming out?
Absolutely.
To this day, recently and to this day, Fruit of the Loom swears that was never part of their logo. They've scrubbed it from any. And like, it's driven people mad enough that they've gone through and gone to like thrift shops and tried to find Fruit of the Loom paraphernalia that has it. And there were a few of one person I actually saw said, I found it. And there it was. And there was a cornucopia there. Why in the world would we have that in our heads, but then these companies swear that there's not?
And possibly being intentional to focus on their brand and to focus on their product. That's
why would they scrub the cornucopia from their history?
That doesn't make any sense.
Now there's a conspiracy theory that says they want it's a test on people to see if they can get them to believe something just by strictly telling them that it never happened. And things like that. Cheez-It, the cracker, the little cheese crackers, is it Cheez-Its or Cheez-It?
Cheez-Its.
It's Cheez-It.
Plural.
It's Cheez-It right now. Cheez-It crackers. I remember the Z on it.
Me too. It's been plural my entire life, and I still say it that way. So.
Is there one F or two Fs in double stuff for Oreos? Like, these are the things that go through my mind. See, I always saw two and remember two. Matt, do you remember two, or is just one?
I don't know.
There
should be two. Like,
there should be.
Don't think, like, if like you're stuffing the F's in there too, like it's not just the appropriate way to spell it, but you would make the F's bigger just because there's two of them together. Could be like a play on words a little bit.
Yeah. This is some
Flintstones has-
evil marketing execs, Sam.
Well,
That's
yeah,
what I'm-
and I know this doesn't have a huge amount to do with being a dad, except for this. I remember this from my childhood. You know, how much is going to be different for my kids when they go, you know, remembering, hey, do you remember? And it's not even close.
Wait till AI gets a hold of this little.
Oh,
evil.
goodness. And, okay. Wow. I guess I didn't realize this. The Mandela Effect even goes into colors. I don't know what color chartreuse is. Like if you without looking at this right here, this article, but it's saying, do you recall somebody telling you that chartreuse is a magenta pink color? No, but I wouldn't doubt that somebody tried telling me that. So many others may agree with you, but in reality, it's a shade of green. That isn't the same. Those are not the same things. It's just not. Another one, Lance, Matt, is what does Darth Vader say to Luke? Because a lot of people say, Luke, I am your father. He never said that. He said, I am your father. So the people add stuff into it, and that's another example of people will swear that he says, Luke, I am your father. No, he doesn't. But that's kind of an example, but maybe originally he did. I don't know.
This is the remastered version.
Updated it. Did they remaster it?
Mm-hmm.
The Wicked Queen never says mirror, mirror on the wall. She says magic mirror on the wall. Hey, there it is. Luke, I am your father. He says, I am your father is all he says. Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Hello.
Well, part of that,
hello.
Isn't that like I literally get the Tommy Boy picture of Chris Farley into the fan every time
Luke, I am your father.
Yes, absolutely. That is whenever I hear that line, I always think Tommy Boy instead of Star Wars, because I'm always like lar 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 Luke. Hannibal Lecter never says hello, Clarice. He says good morning. He never says hello.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think the word that stuck with all of us was the Clarice.
Yes.
Clarice. Yeah.
That's what I remember.
Fava beans and
of course, I think of Dumb and Dumber whenever I hear that as well. But yeah, classic. I mean, these are just Sinbad and in Shazam. That's another one. People will swear that Sinbad was in Shazam.
It's not Shaq, is it? Is that the one with
Shaq? It's Shaq. It's the one with Shaq. But people will swear that they've seen Shazam, a cover of Shazam with Sinbad as.
Well, wasn't he a genie in another movie?
I think so, and maybe that's why they misconstrue it. But I've never seen Shazam. Okay. Either. Many argue they're confusing the memory with the movie Kazam, which is Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh yeah, that one was horrible. Apparently, yeah, that one.
That's what it was. So it's very similar in name. So people think Shazam had no.
Just confused. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's very easy to do for me because you know what?
They want to keep us confused, Sam. They want to keep us confused. Yeah.
Who's they?
The man. I don't know.
The man. Oh, that's funny. There are people that think that I don't know how that's a Mandela effect. Though the tragic accident took place on January, a number of people thought it happened. The Space Shuttle Challenger explosion. They know that it happened on January 28th, but they're confused as to what year it happened. For some, it happened in 86, but there will be many people, and I was one of those because I was positive it was kindergarten and that would have been 85 when it happened. People will swear it was 84 or 85. The reason why I think it is 85 because I was in kindergarten, but I'm trying to think, I think I started a year later, so maybe it was obviously 86 because I was sitting watching it. I had afternoon kindergarten. I watched the space shuttle explode, and the only reason I remember this so vividly is my dad, who never was home to take me to school, was home to take me to school that day. I remember it like it was, I know I was in kindergarten. So obviously I was in kindergarten in 1986.
Sam, I remember sitting in 5th grade watching it. I remember where I was, and my grades always coordinated with what year it was. And so I graduated in 92. And so I was in 5th grade, which was 85/86.
Yeah.
So that's when it happened. I remember it.
Wow.
No, I'm just saying,
Matt,
like,
no, I get it.
Mandela Effect deal, you know.
Matt wasn't even in school.
I was doing math in my head. Okay, he graduated in 92. Okay, that makes my life a lot easier now. I just have to subtract a few years. That makes me in preschool.
Yep.
There we go.
I was going to say, I was in kindergarten. I know I was, and I graduated a year ahead of you. So that's the only, you weren't even in school yet.
Preschool.
Well, I'm talking about
morning preschool at the Methodist.
You're in preschool. That's why they call it preschool. You weren't in school yet.
Fair enough. I was still being educated.
You were learning. I'm not saying you weren't learning. I'm just saying you weren't in school. But yeah, some of these are a little weird. They don't make much sense. But have you both been to Disney World? This says Disney World, but it's talking about Disney. Yeah, Disney World, the one in Florida, right? Oh, have you both been to Disney World?
Twice,
the location of the castle. Where is it?
Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom.
Right. And that's what you ever been to Magic Kingdom? Do you recall where the castle was located? Some Orlando even one Orlando local on Reddit clearly remember it being the entrance to the park.
Oh no. Why would they do that?
Well, that's just it. They're saying that they can remember it being, so they've moved it since, but yet Disney says they've never moved it.
I'll let you know. We're going there for Thanksgiving, so I'll let you know.
Well, and maybe they didn't move the castle, but they moved the entrance forward. Maybe, I don't know, but they've said they've never. It has never been the entrance to the park, but there are people that will swear that it has been. That's the Mandela effect. Messes with your brain, man.
Wow.
That's like,
wow.
that wouldn't make no sense. That'd be like at the grocery store, putting all the good stuff at the entrance and not making you work to the back of the store to get it.
Yeah.
My biggest gripe about Disney World is we walked into Disney when we had just, the boys hadn't even been adopted yet. We were down there. We had just bought our big white van. Matt, you know, the big white van. The Cubmobile. Lance, we've got Cub symbols all along the side of the transit, so we knew which one was ours when we went to Florida. So
nice.
But we went down there and we walked in as the park opened. Right as the park opened, we walked in. We got in line to go get a picture with all 17 of us that were there with Mickey. It was a 2-hour wait as we walked in.
Oh my gosh.
This is ridiculous. And we had at the time, Joe was like 2. You know, 2-year-olds don't stand very well for 2 hours. We had to entertain him more than anything. Goodness.
Was it the middle of summer too?
No, it was not, but it was the hottest October on record in like 25 or 30 years.
Of course it was.
The day we went, people are like walking around there from Florida, like, man, it hasn't been this hot in Orlando for a couple 3 decades. And I'm like, well, lucky us.
Yeah.
And the Cubs were playing the Nationals, and I was missing that game. And I did have permission from my wife to put the earbud in to be able to listen to the game as we walk around. Yeah.
Same. What you're describing is just what we will, dads will do for their kids. Stand in line for 2 hours
for a picture with Mickey.
Yeah, for a mascot. Yeah.
Mickey had switched out probably 6 times by the time we got there. I didn't get an opportunity to switch out.
You didn't have a substitute dad or a backup dad.
You didn't do the fast pass thing where, hey, you can come back at a certain time. We'll get you in.
Matt, there were 17 of us. We weren't coordinating a fast pass.
I don't know. There's 20 of us going here, and there are 19 of us going here.
But is there only one person coordinating all that? Like the fast passes and stuff?
Well, I think I'm not sure. There's like Skylar's the main architect of the trip, if you will, and then he took some input. But we've been there several other times. So and most of our kids are past the point of needing to see Mickey and stuff like that. Now they're more towards they're ride centric.
Right. Right.
So that makes trip a little bit different. So we haven't been there probably like 8 years, or so. Like me personally, I haven't been there since Willow's been born. So it's probably been 7 years since I've been there. But yeah, we're a little bit more focused on attractions now than characters, if you will.
Right. Yeah, I've told my wife whenever we go, if they plan on spending more than 1 day there, I don't need to. I go, and she's okay with that. I'll go and spend the day with the family for the 1 day, and I'm the type of person, I love going places. I'm not a big fan of crowds. And so, like, you give me 1 day at a packed amusement park or, theme park like Disney, I'm pretty good after 1 day.
Yeah, but see, you got all the other sub parks too. You got like Epcot, and you got Animal Kingdom, you got Universal, you got Hollywood, you got Epic,
Hollywood Studios, yeah.
Water park.
I go to one
per day.
So she tells me which one's most important. That's the one I go to. I've been to the Hollywood one. There was one trip that I went to 2. I was only there 3 full days, and I went to 2 different ones. It was when I was still coaching baseball, and we had 2 weeks off for 2 weeks off for spring break. But the first week was kind of remediation type thing, and I didn't teach that, so I had the week off prior to. But we still had baseball, and my wife and I took Gavin, our oldest and our exchange student at the time, to Florida, and we flew down there, and I had to fly back 3 days before they came because we had baseball practice. So. But that was the time I went to 2 different parks in one trip.
Yeah, my wife and kids went probably 4 or 5 years ago when I was still coaching baseball. So she went down in May. I couldn't go because it was our tournament, so I stayed back.
Right.
And so she had a conference down there, and she took all 4 girls. And mind you, they're
bless
like,
her.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. And like, Willow was like 2 or 3 at the time. Like her and her parents took some like 9, 10-year-olds and like a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old to Disney.
Yep.
So and
there's a special place in heaven for those people.
Yes, there is. Like, I felt guilty because, like, man, I feel like I should be there, but at the same time, I can't be there. So,
and in fairness, they knew that there was a possibility you wouldn't be able to go, right?
Yeah, that was it. So.
Yeah. Lance, you got any before we wrap up? You got any fantabulous, awesome Disney stories?
Oh, actually, yeah, I was going to tell you one. When you were talking about the crowds, Sam, you would have loved going the last time we went. Obviously, we all remember 2020, and we had enough that by the summer, my wife and I were like, you know what? We heard that Disney is still open, but they're only allowing 25% capacity. So we looked into tickets and flights, and they were just so stinking cheap to get there. And the tickets, into the parks weren't bad at all. And I'm same as you with crowds. I'm like 25% capacity. Let's do it. Let's go. And our boys were at the age, different than the first time we went, where we had to keep our eye on them, and it was crowded. And my youngest one is just all over the place. We had to almost put a leash on him, but they're old enough to where we don't have to watch them the entire time. And it was only 25% capacity. I mean, at Disney, it was just phenomenal. We didn't have to wait for any rides whatsoever. It was like, this is how Disney should be all the time. The only negative, they required the masks, and they were unbelievably on top of you anytime you might have it down, like to the point where I would.
And you're
oh
talking
my gosh.
Florida humidity
Yes.
with that bad boy on.
Yes. And I tested them all the time because, they want it above your nose, and I would just like be walking, and I would just like intentionally put it down right here. Sir. I mean, it was incredible how they're on top of you. So that was the only negative. Was the stupid
were
mask.
you the around the ear mask guy, or were you like the neck scarf mask guy?
I was as small as I could get, at the very minimum that I could do. So just the top of my nose, and then below my mouth with the chin right there.
It wasn't the scarf type to where you pulled it up over your ears.
No.
It was just the ear elastic
straps around the ear. Yes. Yeah. But man, they were incredible on it. I mean, within 10 seconds, they're like, sir.
My 2020, we actually, whenever they started opening back up, what is it? Would have been 2021 or whatever. Whenever they started, it was June. We went to Myrtle Beach, and then went down into Orlando for 5 days, I think. And I was still working from, I'm an online teacher, so it definitely, I mean, I could work anywhere. So I was working. And Bree and mother-in-law and all the boys went to Universal, and it was the same thing. Bree said that one of them would pull it down just barely down below, and they're like, "You got to have it on, And it's like, okay, well, glad I didn't go, because I would have gotten kicked out of the park. not for whatever. I would have done it. Been like, no. I would have gotten kicked out, and I didn't want to cause a kerfuffle.
So the pictures are going to be interesting when our grandkids, because we're doing all the, in front of Epcot and everything, and we're all just masked up, and they're going to be like, "What's Grandpa? What's going on there?"
No, they're not going to say Grandpa. What are they going to call you?
My grandpa name is Poopaw,
and that's so you can say poo all the time.
Poopaw Lance. Yeah. Poopaw, what's going on there?
Well, grandson, have a sit, and I'll tell you a story.
Let me tell you about 2020, Sonny.
Oh, wow. Well, it's amazing that 40 minutes can go by that quickly, because honestly, it doesn't seem like we've talked near that long. But I guess it's true when they say, when time flies when you're having fun. So we're going to go ahead and call it a reopening done. We have reopened the lounge. And you know what I did just now remembered I forgot was to put the little overlay on so we could see that it was called Dad Lounge, for crying out loud. We just recorded for 38 minutes without that on there. That's beautiful. Anyways, so only people watching will miss it anyways. So, but thanks so much, guys. This has been a great reopening of the lounge. I really appreciate you guys taking this adventure with me. I think this is going to be a really fun yet possibly challenging at times type of adventure, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Sam.
Yeah,
should be fun.
Really appreciate the invite. So I'm also looking
absolutely. Absolutely. And when we get little Matt in here, we'll see how difficult it is to manage two Matts in here at once and trying to figure out who we're talking to. We just got to remember the precursor, the little or big, right?
Well, you guys were talking about dude earlier. I get called dude all the time just because of my last name, but
Well, yeah.
that's neither here nor there at this point in time. So
that's right. All right. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Matt, Big Matt, Lance, and eventually Little Matt. We'll be back with a new episode here in a couple of weeks. But thanks so much for coming in, and we'll see you next time here in Dead Loud.